Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Valen, and this is FTB StoneBlock 3. Well, I think I'm a bit chickened out at the moment. Or at least, it's a lot of tedium. Basically, looking at the stats of your chicken, taking the one, replacing the other, and then adding a seed, and then waiting. And then doing so with several other chickens as you progress until you finally get those 10-10-10s you've been looking for, and then you can throw away the rest of your chickens. So this has pretty much been what I've been doing, and I've only been working with those that I can craft. Currently, of all the craftable ones, I've got all these, plus I think I have like a few more. I just made an ink black chicken, so I think I have 3 left that I can just straight up craft. The rest of them I'll have to like interbreed together in order to make a new types and stuff like that. Some of them aren't all there from the start. You'll have to like breed them in order to get them. Oh, look, I got another 10-10-10. That gets these 2 as well, which means I can replace both the sand and the lapis chicken, and I now have 10-10-10 versions. I'm also keeping a backup one just in case, because you never know what might happen. And then I've got everything going into these compacting drawers, which is great. And even if it doesn't compact, it still holds a lot more than your average. I mean, this is holding 41,500. So I'm not too bothered with it. It's pretty good. And I did find that they won't fill these up unless there's already something in them. I think I learned this earlier on and I've forgotten already. So at least we've got something preventing them from just overflowing into all these other drawers. I imagine once they're full, they should stop producing. But enough about chickens. I mean, this is going to be like an ongoing project that I'm going to have. Once I get those 10-10-10s, then I can also, use them elsewhere for other projects. I also found out if I just right-click while standing on these things, then it works just fine. So I don't even need to have the wand in my hand. And I think I was overthinking things earlier. But that aside, I think today we're going to work on automating my access. It's not quite so much automation as much as everything else has been, like something like this. Last episode was a lot of automation. This one, it's going to be really simple. It's just going to basically be working on some refined storage. And if you're not familiar with refined storage, it's a pretty good mod. It has a lot of variety with what it can do, and it has a lot of different accesses. So I'm going to start with a storage scanner. I might not even need the modular storage, but we're going to start with this. Which is pretty basic stuff, some redstone torches, ender pearls, and a machine frame, a little gold, and some blue dye. So first let's make that machine frame. That's easy enough, and the storage scanner itself, good to go. And it's a great tool, but it does need to be powered. Now here's the interesting thing, is that I actually have a power source over here. It's just been kind of sitting around gathering dust underneath this skillet, which I'm going to be using it. Now where to set it up, I'm not entirely certain. Probably somewhere in the middle here. I know that I've got like this elevator set up, but I'm kind of thinking I might just make a little area that I have it sitting down here. Yes, I was hoping that it would face up. I really do like that it does this. And then I can do a magmator sitting here next to it, powering it. But this requires some kind of lava in order for it to actually work, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've used one of these, but I do have a lava bucket ready. And I think, yep, it's already getting power in this unit, which is great. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but I do have plans on making perhaps a lava chicken. And I think that will get me plenty of power. Look at that, stored 800 per 4K millibuckets. All I know is that it's powering this quite well. Usually I would make something like, let's see, like a coal generator or something. There it is, the coal generator, which is incredibly cheap. But I've got better uses for coal, so I'm going to get rid of that, and we're going to use this thing for now. So right now the radius that this scanner has for scanning things is 1. We can increase that considerably to, there we go, about 20. That should get most of the inventories. I don't know if it's going to get all the way over there. I might have to actually kind of move it more in the middle over here, but we'll see how it does. You can see it's got a lot of compacting drawers listed and everything, lots of shelves, even item shelves are in place here. So if you see here, it's got little stars next to it. You can actually choose routable or not routable. If it's not routable, it will not take any items from this at all. For example, I can click here and now I can grab this if I so desired, but I don't want to, so I'm going to leave it alone. In this case, I think this is the gunpowder that I've got down over here below as the overflow from processing a lot of the ores from gravel. So I'm fine with that being routable. And then if I look here, I've got like a storage controller. This is going to be the controller that is currently here, or that one specifically. And it tells me it has access to all of these. So I can just choose it, and I can ignore all of the compacting drawers that it's associated with, thus saving myself a lot of work. Hoppers, seared stuff, I don't really want access to any of those things. I might gain access to this cobblegen, the regular one here, because it's going to have some cobblestone in it. And that's about it for cobblestone. And if you're not sure where something is, like here, I've got a chest. It tells you it's the block at -13, 0, and 3. So then you can use those coordinates to find it. And if you double click it, it'll highlight that block wherever it is. Now it says that it's highlighted, but in this case, it doesn't appear to be the case because it's this chest here. But I'm not going to want to use that chest anyway. I even have access to the storage controller that is currently being used for all of the egg production if I scroll all the way down to the bottom here. And because it's got access to everything further than it, I can just access it and not have to worry about all the different compacting drawers. But you can already see I've got access to a lot of things currently just by looking at the different inventories. I can insert these things just by shift clicking. For instance, I've got some extra luggage. Let's get rid of that. The only thing is it'll try to put things into the nearest inventories that it can fit in. So you saw I just put in a luggage. It doesn't mean that it necessarily went there. It might have gone to another location. Yeah, it's definitely going to another location because I just took one out here and I just tried placing it back. And it went somewhere I don't know where it is. So this is the downside of it, because it could end up in any number of drawers that you might have associated with it. It could just end up in a regular inventory. For instance, I have this one down here. If I had chosen this one, it could have just ended up in there instead. So it's something you're going to want to be aware of. It's really good, but it can be a little bit mess making. Now you can also store recipes up here on the left, as well as, I guess you can craft things over here. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember. Let's put one in here. Yeah, I should be able to get that, but I have to click craft 1. Then I have to take that out, put it back in place, and then I can choose craft 1, and it'll give me another one of those back. Then I can reinsert this. And it should go back into place where it was most likely in this case. You can also craft 4, 8, or a stack, etc. And then you just right click to send the recipe away, so it just kind of makes it disappear. So this is a really cool way of doing things, but again, you have to be really careful about where things are going or coming from. Okay, so for example, in this case, I've got a couple items of luggage in the top here. Yeah, something that didn't quite work out the way I thought it might, but at least I can pull items out of these and craft all of it in one location. Now alternately, you could make modular storage, and then in there you could add in these storage modules, which just stores things in a data file, which is kind of cool. Right now I'm going to try and make some kind of, is this just regular quartz? I'm going to try and make some kind of tablet and see if I can remote access this stuff. In fact, I wonder if I can just choose this and add it and then craft one. Oh, that worked really nicely. Okay. So this is an empty tablet. It will need something else. Maybe I can make a remote storage module. Maybe a storage control screen module. I can't remember the exact item that goes into this that allows me remote access, and I'm not even sure if it works with this or if it has to be with the modular storage unit, but I'm going to try it anyway. Here we go. Storage control screen module. This screen module allows you to monitor 9 different items through a storage scanner. This module can also be combined with a tablet for remote access to a storage scanner controlled system. So that sounds about right. Oh, I forgot. I need to set this up by storage module is set to block storage scanner. Now when I do this and put it in place, Oh, I have remote access, and I can just clear all this stuff away. Nice. Okay. So as before, it has potential to kind of mess things up if there's empty spaces and stuff. You can put things in positions you don't want them to. But if you want to craft something, it is a really good recipe, or just to see if you have something in your inventory system. I find it quite useful, and the fact that it's used a lot of power, and the power is just, I have a lot of power right now in there just with this starter magmator. Oh my gosh. So I think I'm good. Now, as far as distance goes, the area I believe has to be loaded. So if I go all the way down to the end of this hallway and try using it, I don't think it's going to work, but you know what? Let's do a test. All right, I'm pretty sure that area down there is no longer loaded. Yeah, position is not loaded. So you do definitely have to have your base loaded for it to actually function. And you may notice that there is a glowing bee just kind of floating around, this little spicy sky raisin. It is, for some reason, it never despawned, and it's just been flying around the base. So I decided to name it, and that's about it. Just thought I'd share that with you guys if you see it floating around. It did give me some rewards, but only once. I haven't had any others from it, but who knows? Aha! And it looks like that actually was part of the storage quest line. I didn't even see that. There's the modular storage, and I realize now that the pocket storage is actually just the Danks mod. I didn't realize that before. Probably would be a good idea to have something on there for cobblestone, but I think I'm just going to skip that for the moment. And I think what I'm going to do, because I realize at this point the repair talisman is somewhat invaluable to me. I don't think that there's any other spots I can put this thing. There's no other slots that it fits in, sadly, or else I would totally have it in those slots, because I wanted to wear a Sojourner's sash and do away with these traveler's pants that I'm currently wearing, because I'm finding that just being able to repair everything is really, really nice. And that should be my second flint chicken, which I can then start multiplying up into higher tier stuff in an effort to make coal chicken. This will be my first hybrid where I breed something and it requires flint and log, and then I can make a coal chicken. It's a 1 in 5 chance upon it breeding for it to happen there. What I am looking for currently, though, is something that's going to help speed this up, because, yeah, that's just ridiculous. I did see that there are watches of flowing time, but that requires a matter block of dark matter on an assembly line, and I don't have that. Oh, but look at this, a temporal pouch. This item is subject to change in the future. Currently, it just works like a time in a bottle. Slowly accumulates time within a player's inventory. Use on a ticking block to accelerate it using some of the stored time from the pouch. The Nautilus shell is going to be a problem unless I can make those in an anti-protonic nucleosynthesizer. Okay, that could be a little bit out of my depth. Did I get any as a reward is the other question, because I have some over here. Oh my gosh, it's so loud. Let's just quiet them up. Let's check in here and see if I have any Nautilus shells. No such luck is apparent, but I do have plenty of these as well. Haven't been going through too many of them. Let's try some epic loot crates and see what I get. Okay, not the epic stuff I was expecting here. Yeah, and I don't think that it's in there either. I don't think this is actually going to lead me to what I'm looking for. So I have an idea, and I think it actually is. I just spoke it moments ago. And that is 1, 2, 3, potentially to make a roost and just use the coal chicken for some fuel for now for the Britannia setup, because why not? I don't have the fuel or the coal being ported over there from this at the moment, and this has run out a long time ago. So let's... I don't think that's going to burn too... Oh, wait. Yeah, I guess it does. Okay, well that works. So if I put the chicken in here, will the output actually work to, you know, just automatically drop from a hopper, or do I need a pipe? That's ink. You're an ink black chicken. This is the wrong thing. So either way, this does prove that it works. I mean, an ink piece came out and then it just kind of pooped straight out into the open crate. So the theory works. I just need to wait for the chicken to actually breed up. And here's where it gets a bit fuzzy for me, because I've got some inventory set up. I've got some resources being created. There isn't a lot of direction in here. It just kind of tells you these are the different systems and the things you can go for. It doesn't give you a lot of like general goals short of endgame. You know, you've got your Project E to aim for, your Densitas Infinitia, and the Ultimate Armor set. It's like, what do you do if you get to those points? I don't know. I mean, I could already make a Philosopher's Stone if I've killed a Wither at this point, but yeah, I have yet to have gone to the Nether area. So that might be something I should start working towards, is heading out for more exploration, considering that I haven't really gone that far, and I didn't actually go any further than like down this one path and that's it. I haven't explored anywhere else around any of these areas, and they're just in the regular like overworld StoneBlock section. So I do have protection 4 on everything. I have some pretty decent items. I've got a crossbow that has some piercing on it with a quick charge 3. I think I should probably go and try to maybe explore a bit and see if I can get out to the Nether zone in the process. Now, just as a side note, my large cleaver here, it is especially effective against undead, and my sword is especially good against killagers, or illagers as it is. And then of course I just have that piercing crossbow. Now my armor's pretty good, but I know that this is an FTB and a slight exploration type pack, so it's unlikely that I'll be finding any of that stuff. And in fact, I think I'm going to try and mine up these spawners as I go, because otherwise I'm just going to end up dying from the mobs that spawn in these areas. Oh, already I feel so much better knowing that that spawner is eliminated. I see another one up here, but also I have the option of using piercing to shoot through mobs, and it should light things up at the same time, provided that it lands on an appropriate source for light to be there. Oh, whoa, okay. Okay, and I just fell down into a trap where a bunch of silverfish were. That's encouraging. See if I can mine this up before any more of mobs spawn. Oh no, definitely not. Oh, nope. Ah, okay, got it. And it looks like this is a great place to collect glow squid drops, if anything. Put down a few torches just to stop other mobs from spawning. So a little bit of iron in the walls. I don't really see anything fantastic. Oh, wait a second. There's a chest with stone stairs above it. Oh, that allows me to access, Mobius fuel. That can be used for all sorts of Project E stuff. Oh, okay. Let's grab that. I got more of those cold silverfish shards, which is also something that is kind of required in some places. What I think I'm going to do is put down some of my luggage, and let's start having them pick up everything for me, so I don't need to worry about carrying it. And then I can sort them when I get back. In the meantime, though, I did find this area that seemed to go downstairs, and I think I'm going to need to head that way in order to progress, because it looks like that just dead ends, and I'm going to need to continue on heading down deeper. Alright, the undead. Let's do this. This isn't too bad. Oh, I take it back. Okay, I was expecting this, and I gave the milk pot to one of my chests that are upstairs. Okay, well that didn't go so well. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like Vex's. Oh, that definitely doesn't sound good. Yikes. Okay, this is bad. Oh, that hurt. Okay, time to go. If I can get out of here. Okay, so that was an ordeal. It was definitely interesting and a lot more challenging than what I had anticipated. I mean, I'm wearing protection for everything, and it's not going to be enough. I'm going to need something a bit more hardcore, and I'm going to have to look into that in the future. Is there a chest? There is a chest here. Oh, I've seen that one before. I think I might have left one of my my little munchy luggage dudes here, but I guess maybe I'll be able to find him on the way back. But I think I'm going to have to reevaluate that. That was quite the thing when you've got such a huge amount of mobs coming at you. I'm going to have to level up my my offense as well as my defense. And I think we'll keep this one relatively simple. I made a storage scanner. I got that going. I created, hopefully, a coal chicken. I did, which I can level this up, but just know that all I need to do now is put it in here, and I now have coal being made that will automatically start making me more mana. And I think maybe I'll start getting into Botania next time, and we can get even better armor than what we have here. Maybe even into some Terra Steel. I don't know, that Terra Steel is a little bit lengthy to try and make in one quick episode, so we'll see about that. There you go, remote access now to my storage, which is absolutely fantastic, as well as leveling up my chickens a little bit so that I can get the resources that I need to make all the mana that I need. A little test on the exploration running with regular like protection 4 vanilla gear, as well as my traveler's pants with blast protection, and yeah, it doesn't hold up good enough. Apparently these mobs are just too overwhelming. So we'll be getting into a little bit more of that and how I can actually survive the onslaught and start mining up those spawners perhaps a bit faster with better tools, weapons, and equipment next time. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, please be sure to stop by on Twitch, where we stream regularly. We also have a second YouTube channel called Mischief of Mice 2, where our Twitch VODs are uploaded regularly. And until next time, folks, I'll see ya.